Hi guys, what I want to do here today is sort of go over how we can sort of recreate this Andy Warhol style pop art poster, but this has got a bit of a twist. We're going to be able to set up an action to be able to apply this effect to any image, and that's sort of one of the things that Actions does really well. And so let's get started, and here is my starting point, layer one. It's very important when you set up Actions that you set it up very clearly and you're starting out with a clear idea. So actions are not time based, they're function based, so you can take your time and just work through it. So here's my actions panel, and I'm going to create this new action. I'm just going to call it Andy, and there I go. And you can make sets and things like that, but anyway, I've started recording this new action. And first thing to note that the image size is 600 pixels, so that's something you want to do very at the start. Just make sure that your image size is set up at that. Okay, so what first I want to do is I want to select from layer one, I want to select the subject. I just want to remove the background essentially. So I've got my figure, I'm just going to invert that, Command Shift I, and delete, so I have a nice clear background. Okay, I'm going to put on a new layer here, and I'm going to just put that there, and I'm going to fill that layer full of 50% grey. Really doesn't matter, I'm just going to say okay to that. Pop that in the background because we're going to put a layer style on this one with a color overlay. All right, this color doesn't matter, you can change that at any point in time. Okay, cool. Now I want to put my adjustment to my figure here, so I'm going to put on this threshold adjustment, which will take anything below 50% grey and make it white, and darker than 50% grey and make it black. So that's that look there. Fantastic. Okay, so let's bring some color into my image, and I'm going to use a gradient map to do so. Gradient map, and we can just change those colors to what we need. I'm going to go with a darker color to a lighter color, and this is sort of a very pop art look, so it's not strictly speaking realistic. Okay, and I'm just gonna clip that gradient map into layer one by holding Option in the middle here. Boom, so that goes there like that. All right, let's see how we go there. Yes, so what I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to flatten this image. Flatten image, so everything is sort of very flat, and I'm good. And from here, at this point, I may just stop my action, so I've finished what I wanted to do. All right, so that means theoretically we can apply that to any other image. And again, before I start, that this image is the same size as the last one at 600. Beautiful. Okay, so theory goes that if we play that action, boom, we'll get the same result, which is kind of cool. Okay, so let's just see if we can't take this a little bit further. So I'm just going to reset that to that point there. All right, so we know that that action does its job. So what I'd like to do now is to take this a little bit further and expand upon it to sort of get my 4-up situation. And I'm going to now come up to my layer here, and I'm going to duplicate my action. There I go, and I'm just going to rename this action times 4. So I'm going for this 4-up look. All right, so selecting my layer, selecting my action, going to play. All right, cool. Well, that seems to work great. So why we did that is because we can build on an action. So this action now can be expanded upon, and that's sort of where I want to go here. So I'm going to go ahead and start to record new processes. So hitting the record button. What I'm going to do now is I'm recording again now, and I'm going to unlock that layer. What I want to do is I want to open up my canvas. I want to make this image size. Let me see what I can do here. It's currently 600. If I make that 1200, that's sort of doubling the size. No. The canvas size. Canvas size, that's what I'm after. So I'm adding additional space on my canvas. So doubling up, essentially. Okay, good. So from here, what I want to do is just position this like so. I'm going to duplicate, Command J. I'll get those two guys there, Command J. Duplicate there. That looks good. And from here, essentially, what I'm just going to go ahead and do is just make some sort of color adjustment, hue saturation. Maybe I'll just give this a tweak for the bottom one. Again, image adjustment, hue saturation. Take it the other way. Yeah, it looks a bit different. And then just another one, image adjustment, hue saturation. Yeah, okay, so I've got something that looks like that. Okay, fantastic. So from here, what I could do is I could flatten my image, so it will merge layers. I might flatten the image. There we go. And having done all that stuff, I am going to stop my action. All right, so there's our piece. Let's test it out, see if it works. So I've got another image here that I'm going to try this out on. So here is my Andy Warhol ×4. Play button. Boom. Okay. All right. Success. Fantastic. Well, I hope that's been fun, and I hope you'll be able to use some of the techniques. And look, good luck, and I will see you all in the lesson.